Emmanuel from Geekception here, and today's video I'll be sharing my 24-hour experience of the Huawei P50 Pro with you. I'll unbox the phone, set it up, and tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the P50 Pro after 24 hours. Let's begin. And welcome back. In case you're new to the channel, this is Geekception. My name is Emmanuel. Hope you have a fantastic time here, and let's just get into it. Doing a quick unboxing, and on opening the box, I see the P50 Pro, and my first impressions straight out of the box is that this is a sleek device. It definitely feels first class. Setting it aside, and I see a box that contains a SIM ejector tool and a free TPU case. Next up is the 66-watt fast charger included in the box. Now, not only is this unusual, having a charger in the box, it is also a really fast charger. And the last thing in the box is the charging cable for the P50 Pro. It is a USB Type-B to USB Type-C cable, which I'm guessing is due to that fast charging I just told you now. Like I said when I took the phone out of the box, it is quite a sleek device. Taking a quick tour, and on the front of the phone is a 6.6-inch OLED display with curved edges. Now, personally, I am not a fan of curved edge phones, as I think they are a bit more fragile and get in the way, but here you have it on the P50 Pro. The front camera in use here is a 13-megapixel camera. On the top of the phone is a microphone and an IR scanner. Going to the bottom of the phone is a SIM card slot, a microphone, and a speaker. The right side of the phone has the volume buttons and the power button, with the left side of the phone having nothing at all. Now, last but not the least, definitely, are the cameras on the P50 Pro. Now, it has a total of 4 cameras: a 50-megapixel camera, 40-megapixel camera, 13-megapixel ultra-wide, and 64-megapixel zoom camera. Safe to say, this phone has got cameras. For specifications, the P50 Pro has the top-of-the-line Snapdragon 888 processor, 8GB of RAM, 256GB of storage, Huawei Supercharge, IP68 water and dust resistance, and a 4360 mAh battery. Price-wise, the P50 Pro retails here in Malaysia for 4,199 Malaysian ringgit. Now, on setting the phone up, I discovered that it has an in-display fingerprint scanner, which I go on to configure. It also has Face Unlock, which I configure as well. And since the Huawei P50 Pro has no Google services, I create a Huawei ID to log on to the device. After logging into the cloud, I get asked by the app gallery to select apps that interest me, and on selecting this, I am in, baby! The first thing I do is to go to enable the high refresh rate of the screen, which makes the phone feel so much faster. But something I noticed right away is that on the home screen, there are shortcuts there for apps, some which in my opinion are very sketchy, and I do not like this at all. What I do like is that I get a notification for a software update, which is nice. I love me some software updates. Immediately after I unboxed the P50 Pro, I plugged it in to charge, and this is where it blew my mind. When I started charging, the phone was at 36%, and after 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, it was at 50%, which is crazy fast. The interesting thing here is that the phone did not get uncomfortably hot to the touch. It felt regular warm, like when you're charging your device, but not burning hot, and I'm actually properly impressed actually. Now, after I had charged the phone, I went for a run, and here are some of the photos I took on my run. And it was at night, it was not really that bright, and it was not a lot of opportunities, but these are just some of the preliminary photos I took with the P50 Pro on my first outing with it. Now, showing you the camera samples were not a mistake, as I am genuinely interested in the performance of the cameras of the P50 Pro, and I'm looking forward to telling you in my full 5-day review. Now, the day after I unboxed the phone, I went out to the doctor, and I used the phone for scrolling Twitter, taking photos, browsing the web, and I noticed a few things. Now, the first is that I'm frustrated at the lack of Google services here. So maybe it's not the problem of the P50 Pro, but since I cannot access Google Photos or YouTube or any of the other Google apps, this is pretty frustrating. Speaking of frustrating, and I wanted to play Genshin Impact as I was outside like I told you, but sadly it's not on the app gallery. Now, this ties to the first point where I feel like this power of this phone is such a waste, right? It's so powerful, but without those apps, I don't know what I can do with it. Let me know how to get Genshin Impact onto this. And the last thing is that the cameras here are really decent. I love the telephoto mode, and I took lots of photos in one day, and I'm definitely looking forward to taking more photos, more videos, and putting the P50 Pro through so many different lighting conditions. Now, speaking of what I'm looking forward to, with my 5-day review, I want to check out things such as testing the performance and gaming on this. Hopefully I can get some games loaded onto it, consuming media and watching video, and lastly, lastly, battery life. How does it perform with its 4000 milliampere battery? Now, do you have any requests for me while I make my 5-day review? Please let me know in the comments down below. Well, there's my unboxing and 24 hours experience of the Huawei P50 Pro right here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if this is something you want to see more in the future. And until the next video, do not forget to remain awesome. Bye.